The power of electricity can rule the world, Professor.
And now, the man who wants to become the dean of cable access time-killing, Chad Stanley.
Let's all get into it. Consisting of 10 incredibly psychedelic cuts. Cloak of Immortality, Creature Feature, Way Out, Staring into Space Like a Zen Stray. Recorded here in Cleveland, but definitely the talk of the town in continental Europe. This is his first appearance ever on American television. Won't you all please welcome the one and the only Nick Riff. Nick. It's great to... Oh, thanks, man. You are a psychedelic cowboy, as it were. Your music is very trippy. I think I could say that with conviction. Tell us a little bit something about yourself.
Well... I live here in Cleveland now. I'm from a planet known as Triacus 4. It's about 3 light years past Alpha Centauri. And
is that one of those new planets they just discovered a couple of weeks ago that I saw on Nightline?
No, that's my brother lives on that planet. But
sorry.
I haven't seen him for a few light years.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you had an ashtray.
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. Here you go, Nick.
Can only take so much of that stuff.
Yeah. Nick, let's get serious. Let's talk turkey. Even though you are from another galaxy,
like a turkey.
Let's later on in the show talk like turkeys. But right now, let's talk turkey. You are from a place far, far away, but it's not like you just arrived here just yesterday.
No.
In essence, you were a part of the local Cleveland music scene for the greater part of the 80s. I could only imagine what was going through your head when you landed from that interplanetary place you call home upon Cleveland's North Coast shore in the early 80s, when this town was gripped with new wave fever. You were in a band at that time, I understand, by the name of The Attitude. Tell me a little bit something about that band and your observations of that.
That was a 4-piece power pop band. New wave, punk, pop, all blended together. Mm-hmm. And we opened for Ramones, the Saints, a lot of Chesterfield Kings.
What have you?
If you will.
And the years have gone by, and we now find ourselves in a psychedelic maelstrom, if you will. There's a lot of psychedelia everywhere. I mean, you can't open up a newspaper without psychedelia jumping at you. I think it's the ravers and the club culture kids that are really bringing up the psychedelic flag. But I understand there's quite a psychedelic rock and roll explosion going on in Europe, and that's where your music fits in. Tell us a little bit something about that.
You know, the label I'm on is called Delirium Records out of Bucks, England, which is sort of like Parma compared to Cleveland. It's a suburb. But, the psychedelic scene in Europe has never gone away. In America, the media and the government have turned it into like a nostalgia trip, you know, and they focus on the Grateful Dead and everything, and America seems to think that that's the only like psychedelic, you know, it's like an old hippie thing or something, but actuality it is now.
We deal with it in this country as nostalgia.
Yeah.
They deal with it in Europe as reality.
Right, it's multi-generational, actual tribes of people who are living the so-called counterculture lifestyle, and it's not counterculture, it's just a different way to live where you don't deal with the media manipulated commercialism of everyday life.
Tell me about some of the psychedelic bands that are enjoying success right now on the continent.
This continent, or?
Well, the continent of Europe.
The continent.
Yes.
Osric Tentacles, Hawkwind is a staple, you know, and Beavis Frond, Spiritualized. Yeah.
Yeah, and I understand that these rock bands, it's not a matter of just showing up at your local neighborhood watering hole and setting up the amps and having a go. There's quite the community built up around them.
Yeah.
They travel quite a bit from place to place, sort of like a Grateful Dead following type of thing, only far more expensive.
Yeah. Well, there's not, the Grateful Dead thing's a cool thing, and I hope that that stays alive even with the setback that it's suffered, but because that's one of the last vestiges in this country of open expressionism against the oppressive military state that is slowly being implemented in our country.
Oh, I know that Alexander Haig Solzhenitsyn thing really gets me down too. Let's move on.
That's why I'm glad I can leave.
Right. Let's focus in on locally now. Granted, I wasn't kidding. Folks who know me here, Chad Stanley, host of the literary talk show, know that I'm prone occasionally to exaggerate and go a bit over the top, as it were. But I'm not kidding when I state that you've sold quite a few records in Europe. Of course, the problem is you have a British label, and for all you know, they may be fleecing you blind.
Yeah, they could be.
Yeah, and seriously, tell people what type of this tape is not going to Gerald's Cross, so don't worry. This is
It should.
local, relaxed sort of thing that we're doing here. Tell us a little something about your success in Europe, because it's something to be proud of.
Well, in 1988, I made a 6-song cassette, and that was after the Attitude broke up, so I sort of like went solo. And that's how I got signed through that. I was selling at mail order and everything, and then the money I got from that, I built a studio, 4-track studio, and I recorded my first CD on that, and that did pretty well to get a cult following, underground, psychedelic neighborhood. And so from that, the label gave me a recording budget and financed the new recording.
Cloak of Immortality.
Right. And
where can we pick up a copy of Cloak of Immortality?
that stores everywhere.
Really? Yeah. Name a few, please, if you can.
Record Revolution, Platypus, let's see, where else? My Generation. That's right. They're echoing my ums. But
Can we all do that for a moment? Can we all do that? Can we all do that, please?
No.
On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That felt
See?
good, didn't it?
That's right. That's the transcendental part of psychedelics.
What is your game plan, as it were, to break stateside?
Well, we're going to come in from the northeast sector and at the same time send a force up through the southwest while concentrating on the east
Peyote
coast.
fields of
Yes.
Mexico.
And the mushroom capital of Texas. And through this, we intend to create a psychic link between all humanoids on this planet with our planet.
I may be upfront about this. I haven't heard of a theory or a plan that is more far-reaching than your plan. I think if everyone can get on a psychedelic wavelength, as it were. In fact, I feel that psychedelic wavelength tonight. I think before too
It's
long.
contagious when you're in an aura of psychedelia.
I believe.
It's not necessarily a substance thing. It's inherent in each human being. It's like our brains. Like we could be put in prison for the chemicals in our brains. All the psychedelics do is activate those.
They're lying dormant and they're waiting to be activated.
That's right. Like not unlike the tiny spore that you plant in the ground and it rises up towards the sun.
I see the day when we shall all rise up and purchase the newest copy by Nick Riff, the newest CD or LP for those of you that prefer turntables. Cloak of Immortality, the new LP by Nick Riff. Nick, I thank you for coming to the show. Very cool music.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Can we listen to some Nick Riff music as an outro, please? A little Nick Riff music, if you will. We'll be back in just a little bit here at the Literary Talk Show. We've got Spongi Cabaret lined up and plenty of unexpected thrills and chills and spills. Till then, don't go anywhere. Ciao.
And who's dull? You're lucky I'm still around. I could have had another boy by now. But things are changing, I'm getting tough. I'm fed up, I've had enough. I figured you should know by now. So when I see you, I'm gonna scream out loud. I'm wild, wild for you. I'm wild.
Monsieur Herron, why are you in France?
Yeah, I'm an American artist, yeah. I'm here to sell my work here. Yeah. I want to exhibit myself at Arles.
France can always use a few more artistes.
Hey. Ballroom Johnson? What kind of name is Ballroom Johnson?
My name is Ballroom Johnson because I hang out in classy joints.
Hey, Ballroom Johnson, tell me about these bars in France.
Monsieur Herron, if you are in Arles, I suggest you try one of my favorite hangouts, La Pugiliste. It's a fine punch palace. Monsieur Herron, would you like to try Le Fruity Grape?
No, I don't want any fruity grapes, okay?
Wine is not fruity, it's fruity.
Hey, I just bought this drink and it evaporated on me. You want to turn the heat down in here a little bit, maybe?
Are you talking to me?
What kind of crappy music you guys playing there anyway, huh? Got real music?
Mademoiselle Bougie Renault, come over quickly. Vite, vite, vite. We need wine.
Baldizzi, just put your wine.
Spit on the grapes that make wine.
Monsieur Herron, cool down. Cool your jets.
You have to leave. If he does not leave soon, I'm going to put his lights out.
Hey, do you have any bars around here that give you a good service? You got any real drinks in France?
Mademoiselle Bougie Renault, please. Monsieur Herron must stay in France. He must stay. He is a national treasure. He has escaped. We must return him to France.
I think this whole place is fruity.
I love his work so.
Oh, he's such a good punching bag.
Mr. Perfect in every way. Sending flowers every day. You're so sweet, you're a boy. Can't you see that I want more besides life? Go out for you. I'd wild for you.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire. I'll teach you. You're gonna burn.
Good evening, and welcome back to the Literary Talk Show. Ladies and gentlemen, directly to my left, the one and only Spongi Cabaret. The best band money can buy, Spongi Cabaret. They are available for weddings and
Bar mitzvahs.
nuptials and you name it.
British spritzes and blintzes.
And they will be paid in alcohol, so we can get into a barter system. That's very convenient this time of year, what with the holidays and all. Again, my name is Chad Stanley, but you know that already. Let's bring a new, fresh, vital face to the scene here. Someone that needs no introduction. Thank you. Thank you. The one and only Ron Link, ladies and gentlemen, is my guest here. Applause for Ron Link, please. Squeeze! You know, Linda, the proprietor of the Literary Cafe, told me, hey, that Ron Klink guy is coming on. And do you get upset when people say that? Ron Klink, you know?
No, not particularly.
Yeah.
It's been with me all my life, actually. You want to know
Well-
why? Do you want to know why?
Well, there it is. Go ahead.
Well, no, I'm of German descent with a good sliver of Jewish, and so Klink was a common.
Klink, there you go.
Bingo.
Warm applause. I think you have this audience in your back pocket.
Wrapped in my
Yeah.
palm of my...
Ron,
Yeah.
you're an actor, okay? Now, some of us, we read the papers and we're well informed as to goings and the comings of the cultural elite, as it were, of the greater Cleveland area. And I already know that you're an actor and a damn good one, and I go on record as saying that. But for those people out there that are not aware of this, tell us a little something about some of the projects you've been involved in. That was a desperate attempt at a segue.
Thank you. No, we did, actually, Chad and I did Faulty Towers together at Red Star Cafe.
Faulty Towers is
Yes.
the seminal role, I believe, in your career? No?
It was close.
Okay.
Project.
Ron played Basil Faulty at Basil, sorry. Thank you, Joe.
Actually, all the three of us were in it. That's right.
That's right. We were at the Red
homecoming.
Star Cafe, a hotbed of theatrical entertainment. We did a lot with that.
Right. Maybe I should hold it in my lap, and then we can really make it prominent. I can just
Please,
like,
Ron.
spread my face.
Ron,
Okay.
be careful with
One of the
plant.
projects I'm involved with is horticulture. I'm very much into plants. Now, this plant obviously gets plenty of water. Since my
Well, it's a
finger
little
is-
dry. It's a little dry.
Not bad.
It's a little dry. But imagine if I had watered it prior to coming here. Now
right.
there'd be muck and mire, and that wouldn't be good.
Not to mention a wet spot.
It's a jungle in here. It's a jungle in
It's a
here.
jungle in here, and I kind of
All right.
like it. Ron, let's fast forward to the present, shall we?
Absolutely.
This weekend, you've been wowing people at the Cleveland Public Theater. The film festival, you were doing a little bit of performance art during the intermission. Tell us a little something about that.
Well, we were basically putting the wet stuff on the red stuff. It was a piece about fire.
Which explains
If you
the
have a
opening
lighter,
intro.
I could.
Sure, I do.
Sure.
There you go.
Okay.
Fire music, please.
Okay.
I'll teach you to burn.
What did you say? Oh, I didn't want to do that.
I understand. We get it. We get it, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. Ron Link, performance artist. So in essence, the story here is fire is both our friend and it could be our adversary. Is it so?
Yes, that's it in a nutshell.
If I may add, I was witness to an incredible pyrotechnic display yesterday in the Gordon Square Theater. Ron, who is a professional firefighter, I'm not speaking out of school, you are a firefighter, and he basically found his way down this rope. How far up were you? My God, you were way up there.
Yes, it was about 60.
You were high.
I was high. I should have been high to be up there. No, it was about 60 feet, and the idea imagistically was to convey the sense that being on a rope was very much akin to what a firefighter feels when he's on the end of a hose line. It is his lifeline.
Yes.
Yes.
And there was some incredible dramatic footage being shown on the 19-inch television screen, and a lot of smoke, a lot of fire, a lot of combustion in the air. It was incredible. I haven't seen too much like that because we can't see it right now.
Well, where's your lighter?
Can some of the
Please don't
alcoholics...
deliver to... No, never mind. Okay.
Can some of the-
I really don't want to...
Please, if I can get the alcoholics in the next room to please tone it down a bit. Continue drinking. We're still serving here at the Literary Cafe. Just be quiet when you order. Ron, you're on.
If it were done... it were best that it were done quickly. If the assassination could tremble up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow could be the be-all and end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump for life to come. I don't want to do anymore. That's it. Oh,
You know, Ron, we've had a lot of cheap entertainment here tonight, but that just brought the whole tone of the show up a notch. I want to thank you for your Shakespeare.
Thank you.
You're back in Cleveland now. You're doing this pyrotechnic display this weekend at Cleveland Public Theater. Is there anything coming up in the near future that you can talk about, that you're at liberty to talk about at this time?
Well, I'll be heading to New York to work with the Wooster Group on an internship basis, and we'll see what happens from there.
God bless you. You know, if you become a big star, this tape will come back to haunt you.
I'm sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Ron Link.
Thank you. Thank you, Sal. Thank you.
We're going to be right back with the one and only...
But we're doing something special about the drummers.
Right, well, you know, and I think...
Coming soon from one of Cleveland's best directors. melancholic chuckle fest. The Feel Okay movie of the year. Le Petit Ballon, coming soon to the Literary Talk Show.
Congratulations for making it through a tough winter. And now the great American summer experience is coming at you.
Come on, it's your life. You can have anything. Come on, it's alright. You can feel your heart sing. You found the spirit that really makes you move. You know that it's the one, 'cause nothing else will do. Nothing else could be so much fun. Nothing else under the sun. Nothing else is a fantasy. It's a fantasy kind of day. Nothing else is a fantasy.
Cable Access 53 is...
Groovy man, out of sight. Where is the action?
Wow, where did the time go? That was some incredible entertainment. We are the Literary Talk Show. My name's Chad Stanley, host of the show. I'd also like to thank
Spongi Cabaret.
Without them, couldn't happen. Couldn't happen. I'd also like to thank all the guests that have been here on this show and the tech crew, Aaron, Kevin, and Andy. Wow, what can I say other than we'll be back again. Keep your eyes open. And you never know when you might see the Literary Talk Show once again on your local cable access show. Until next time, ciao. Bye-bye.
Right on!
When you think about it, when you think about it, when you think
You too can be part of the action. Call 221-4066.